Previously on Benjamin Bobby's Best Friend Race, Secret Agents.
The Biffer bus took a right turn at Lesbo Land, a left turn at Penis Planet, and landed right at Pound Town to bring you the biggest gaycation you never imagined.
I'm the secret agent. I have an impossible task. Ben makes it harder and betrays my confidence also. Thanks, Ben.
We had to sell a vacation to Ben, a vacation of his dreams.
I got to be the red herring because nobody agreed on any red herring votes and they went all over the place. So finally, after all these episodes, the power is back in my hands. So I divided the teams. We've got Kat and Ivy.
Ivy's the secret agent. Her task? To pitch us a vacation we don't want to go on. After talking to Kat, Ivy's like, let's send him to hell. And Kat's like, close?
Lesbo Land. We had Paul and Michelle,
who were enemies who now have to work together.
We're taking Ben and Josh to space on vacation.
And then we have the two that don't know each other very well.
My vacation was not so hot.
They were hosting a news broadcast that was suddenly interrupted by a sales pitch to a trip to Provincetown to meet Jake as Spider-Man. I don't even like Spider-Man. I would never be Spider-Man. I'm a Batman guy.
Kat and I crush the challenge, win it, and sell Ben and Josh on a trip to Lesbo Land.
Ivy completed her secret agent mission. Did she though?
One of the helpers, who should remain nameless for his safety, did not agree that Ivy completed her task.
Jake says no. He said, you sent Sarah W. home, you didn't win this secret agent task. Ivy's like, fuck you, I did.
She defended herself, and Ben agreed.
And Ben agrees, fuck Jake, she did.
Me and Michael got sent to the bottom. We had to lip sync.
These are two people I really have cared for in this competition. Of course, I'm rooting for my sister, but then I'm sad because I don't want Michael to go either.
Who's the only girl in the world? It's Jessica.
Girl, get off the fucking table.
I won. I was safe. It was very, very emotional, but a very, very fun episode.
Let's see what happens next. Here's how this season's secret agent twist will work. Upon opening a briefcase, the contestants will learn their identity.
So it's the last secret agent briefcase.
I am super excited. I'm wondering if I'm going to be the secret agent.
I'm feeling pretty confident that I won't be the secret agent twice in a row, because that would be too mean.
I'm hoping a little bit that I'm the secret agent.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get it, right?
I open it, and the only words I can use to describe my reaction are thank fuck. I'm just a friend.
Friend zoned again.
I am the secret agent. And so I am excited about that. So hopefully this guarantees me a win and go straight to the final.
If the secret agent successfully completes their task, they can earn safety for that episode. Welcome back, Michelle. I've selected you as the only contestant this season to have 2 secret agent missions, because you're what? An agent of chaos. This episode, I'm going to ask all my remaining friends who should go home and why. When it is your turn, your task is that you have to say, so-and-so presents themselves as one thing, but they're actually a liar, and they're this other thing. If you can get in something about them acting like a mother, more props to you. And you have to say that Ben will decide your fate. Got all that? I believe in you, and for the last secret agent task, good luck.
didn't feel
Girl.
I was so sad to seeing Michael home because he's my partner, you know. So it wasn't like someone that I just went up against with the competition, but like my partner. So that was
He had a lot of personality too.
Yeah.
Michael brought something to the competition that was uniquely him, and very bubbly, very great personality. He was definitely serving it to us every single time.
I've done like stuff as far as like stage and stuff like in college and things, but I feel like usually I'm mindful of not being too sexual. Just being able to just be like,
for it.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and I do really love Michael. Like, I just think he's a really cool person. So to have done that against him, and then to a Rihanna song, because that was the thing too. One thing in my head, I was like, if I go home, I just want to make sure I get to wear my beach outfit because I like beach outfits, and I wanted to lip sync to Rihanna. So
There you
I feel
go.
like I got those two things.
Now you can go home.
Nope, I'm still here, bitch. But I really do want to say though, I really appreciate everybody, the work crew, as well as my opponents. You guys are really, really supportive and made me feel like it's a homie feeling. It's not just a competition. So I really do appreciate that a lot from all of you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just saying that to Josh during the break. I think it really speaks to the environment that like Ben and the crew has created to where we've all expressed feeling comfortable like showing sides of ourselves that we didn't expect to show.
Literally, I felt like I was in my bedroom.
Yeah.
In front of
That was special.
everybody.
We felt that.
Yeah.
You came alive in a way that was so beautiful and
Thank you.
like brought tears to my eyes.
Thank
like it was really, really special.
That was really hard too. I'm not like crying in front of people. I really don't. And then if I do cry in front of you, I do not want to see you after I cry. So
Right.
crying and then having to see everybody that I just cried in front of.
That's funny.
That was really hard, but all of us pretty much cried here. So
Right. When Jessica got really emotional after her lip sync, many of us related to that in a lot of ways, that having the space and environment to fully express oneself, just in terms of being super extra or playful or having a space for your sexuality to be honest and open about and a place to be vulnerable, is not something that you get in everyday life. And having that space is really special.
Going into it, Jessica being my sister, I said, if Jessica has to lip sync, that bitch going home. But then that was not what I expected you to say. Those were my first thoughts. And then my second thought was when I heard the song, because I know Rihanna is her favorite singer and she's obsessed. Then I'm like, oh shit. I have a special place in my heart for Michael.
yeah.
He stopped me from going home, literally.
Hi friends, how y'all doing?
Greetings, doing good.
Good. We're at the end of our journey. Congratulations. Top 5. So I have another fun challenge for us today. The one thing that I really love doing with my family is I actually do a lot of podcasting. So I thought it'd be fun if I make you all do a podcast with me.
So here is Ben announcing our challenge, and it's a podcast. And I have never ever done a podcast. I barely even listen to podcasts. So I'm very nervous about this challenge.
You'll have 10 minutes to figure out what you want your podcast theme to be that we do, what you want the title of our podcast to be, and what that week's specific topic is. You're gonna have to lead it because I'm not gonna know what the topic is, but I'm gonna pretend like we're co-hosting. So the way you're being judged is bantering with me. Can we have a kiki? Would I actually want to do this podcast with you long term? And how creative were you with those 3 things you have to figure out on your paper?
I'm super duper excited, but also a little bit nervous because I've never done a podcast. I've listened to a couple, but I've never actually done one.
We do have the matter at hand to deal with as far as the red herring goes from last episode. This time we have our first red herring tie. So congrats Jessica and Paul on being the red herrings.
I think the secret agent is Jessica. Why? She's been prying a lot, asking a lot of questions, more than usual. The questions are kind of like fishy and like just out there, more than what she will normally ask. So I don't know if she's getting comfortable with us or she's just being a secret agent.
I have a few guesses that I'm going to go with. Hopefully Paul again. I feel like trying to stir the pot. I feel like he's really sneaky, so I'm gonna go with Paul.
I think that I'd say Jessica because you weirdly asked for the tiki torch for no damn reason. Like, we talked nothing about the tiki torch, so I think it was you.
I'm going to say Paul. And my guess is because he was just way too chaotic doing our individual time and chaotic doing the time when we were actually on the video.
All right, so the red herring was going to get to decide the order. So I'll let you two talk in front of everyone right now and decide the order together.
There's a very clear advantage to how well you do based on your order. It's very clear to me the best spot to be in is to go second. First, warm up, you can see what people do, does it work or not, you learn something, but Ben is still fresh enough. He's not tired from doing this over and over and over again. The worst place to be is last, 100%.
Okay, so
Oh,
what I don't want is I don't want Kat to go first.
I was gonna say that. Kat, I want Kat to just be possibly even thrown in, not even like last.
I can do last.
Okay.
I feel like Michelle would go first.
Yeah.
I was excited that my sister was the red herring because I'm thinking like she's going to do me a favor somehow, but she let Paul, corrupt her, and so they put me for first. Who knows what's gonna happen, but it don't look like it's gonna be good for me.
So wait. 1, 2.
Oh, you want to go after Michelle?
Who's she?
That's Michelle.
She's 2?
No.
Oh, she's 1. 1?
Who's one?
You didn't tell us Max was going to be involved.
Absolutely.
Guys,
Okay.
she's on camera. I put tequila in this.
We're making these decisions, and some people need a little liquid courage. And by liquid courage, I mean tequila. And it's like, girl, good luck, because I can't think straight, period. But also, any little thing is gonna throw me off my game. And so I'm like, okay, like, if you need to drink tequila, then drink tequila. But is this really gonna help you or deter you in this challenge that's geared towards talking?
1.
One.
Secret.
I'd like to go after Michelle. Makes me 2.
I'm strategic. I know who I want to be before and who I want to be after. I just want to be after Michelle because I know if there's anything she can't do. Wait, no, because there's several things she can't do.
No, that's 2. That's
3,
1.
4, 5.
Yes.
As has been done multiple times in this contest, they agree that I am a threat and should be put in the least opportune position possible.
They put Michelle first because they think that's going to be the worst spot. Paul takes second for himself. Jessica is apparently fine with this. I don't know why. Then Jessica goes. In my opinion, that's not a great spot to be in. Kat is like their biggest threat, they feel. So they put her in what they feel is the least advantageous spot, which is second from last. And then I, as an afterthought of being neither in an alliance nor being much of a threat, get last.
You're gonna work quietly, coming up with your ideas, and then you'll come downstairs.
So I'm here thinking, how am I going to do this podcast? Okay, well, you know what? I know I feel confident in what I'm going to do because in Just Our Tip podcast, available on iTunes and other streaming platforms, I know that I've had Ben on this before, so I know we can talk, I know we can kiki, and what brings us together has to be something sunshine related. The sun will come out tomorrow. See, they should have had more of a singing challenge because I probably would have won that.
Honestly, at this point, I'm still fixated on my last lip sync. I'm thinking about the fact that Michael's gone. I'm still just overall dealing with my emotions for it. So I decided to come up with a team about sex because everyone was so was so shocked about my raunchy performance. I am an adult. I'm over 21, guys. Everyone was so shocked about my sexy lip sync. Why not make a sexy podcast?
If any of y'all have the same idea as me, I'm about to be pissed. My nervous brain is taking over again and thinking of all the what ifs. What if my topic is boring to talk about? What if someone else does the same topic and they go before me and I'm towards the end, so I don't want to repeat them and all my notes are worthless? What if I go a serious direction and everyone else is so hilarious that I look like I missed the assignment completely? I mean, there's just a lot of what ifs and a lot of question marks.
I'm like just sitting there like, I don't fucking know. Like, what am I gonna talk to Ben about? There is this stupid phrase that friends and I would say to each other when we were in art school. I fart for art. I fart for art. And I'm like stuck on this. And I'm trying to think of how to use fart for art.
Live. Hello and welcome back to our pod.
Yes, hey, I am so excited to be here again. After all, I have to be here because I am the co-host of our pod called BBBFR, right? Race, where it's the gays, theys, yays, and nays. On top of all of that, we have a celebrity guest each week. And this week, the celebrity guest is, guess who?
Who is it?
Guess who, bitch?
Who is it, bitch?
It's me, bitch. Michelle Mother Bonack. Because after 3 seasons, I finally won!
You did win! That's so exciting! So just to catch our listeners up, my name is Ben, and you're Michelle. So you're the co-host, but you're also the guest? Remind me how that worked out.
So normally we pick a contestant, any contestant that has been through all 3 seasons.
Oh, you're right. I'm back. I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah. But because it was the hardest season of all.
That's real.
Yeah. And finally, I'm a mother and I birthed my win. So now all these bitches my sons.
Like, if there's one thing that's probably going to come out of this contest, it's Michelle's new single, Mother, available on iTunes, Spotify, and other streaming services, because it's just going to go, I am mother, 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 I'm a mother, I'm a mother, I'm a mother.
All right, so we got gays, we got stays, we got nays, and we got
strays.
So let's talk about the strays of this season.
Okay.
Get me started on some strays, Michelle. Who was a stray?
This season, I'm going to say the stray had to be no other but Pauly Paul.
Oh, a little stray, like going around for scraps, like digging around.
Yeah, that, and he didn't have no home, so like that's the only reason why he was on the competition. And then it was a stray of, is he going to be the first one out or the second one out? So luckily for him, he was the second one out.
What season number are we on again?
We're on Bitch, you forgot that I won season 3?
Oh, yeah. You won season 3. I remember that. That was cool. And that was after All Stars, right?
That's right. That's right.
So we had 1, 2 All Stars, and then was 3 the secret agent one?
Yeah. Oh. Are we supposed to tell the secret? Because you are alluding, that's one of the things that the audience has to guess, right? So they're going to have to guess like every episode like we did during the competition, right?
What the hell we're talking about, right?
They're going to have to guess that. And they're going to have to guess what is in Ben or my cup every season based upon how we are running the show, right?
Oh, I love that. This is definitely my favorite part of the show. I love putting random things in my mouth and guessing.
Let's take a shot.
Cheers.
Drink water. What is it?
Mine is salty.
Mine is sweet, just like the mother I am.
Okay. I'm thinking mine might be cum.
When I'm thinking about what we're going to put in our cups, I'm thinking alcohol. Ben's going to say water's in his cup, and he says cum is in his cup. So, like, either this is going to be really good for me and he's vibing with me over our cum cups, or or it's really bad for me.
All right, you want to take us out with our exit line? We're about wrapped up this episode.
Let's wrap it up. Gay, gay, gay.
Gay.
Oh, oh, oh. Gay, nays and nays. Gays, nays and nays. Gays, nays, nays. Yay!
Yay! Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.
Bye.
I'm recording my podcast with Ben. It is not going the way I planned. I had this whole concept where we would do a show about the Biffer race, and we'll all be drinking, and then at the end, the audience will have to, determine what we were drinking, if it was water or alcohol, depending on how we responded. Everything got jumbled up in my mind. It did not go as planned.
We're doing a podcast. I've done a podcast. Yes, I had 10 listeners, but I got this. If there's anything I can do, it's talk.
Hello, welcome back to our pod.
Greetings. Welcome back to the State of Sunshine, where we discuss all things that the light touches.
Yes,
Yeah.
and today, honey, what is the light touching on you?
Well, we're going to be talking about fun in the sun. I'm here, Callie Sunshine, with no other than Mother
Rachel Sunshine. Hey, bitch.
Paul actually does a podcast. He has done this before. And it's clear, like, Ben's on board and having fun.
Do you think it's hard for queer people to make friends with fellow queer people?
That's a great question. So, queer friendship is such a fascinating thing. For me personally, it's been a whole journey. I used to be like, ooh, that boy is cute. And then it was hard to be friends with them. So then I just met an ugly one and made them my drag daughter.
Oh, Michelle did this before?
You're right, girl.
I
It's
didn't
Michelle.
realize Michelle had done drag before, but I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with her.
But it's really great and special when you find a family of queer people of all different breeds who, lift each other up. And I think it's definitely possible.
I really find it difficult as I age. I know I look 29. I'm really not.
She's 28.
That's the gag. But it's just so difficult making platonic friends as I get older because it's just one of those things where do they want me for my penis?
Well, you also keep moving away and hang out in your apartment, bitch, if you went out.
Let's just keep in mind I'm going everywhere that the light touches.
Yes, let's get back to the light touching. So the light touched me this weekend. I got to do a little TV show program with so many queer and straight friends. It was such a diverse group of people. They all came and were vulnerable and gave me their time and their hearts.
And what I really loved about what you just said was like the diverse friends that you have.
It only took 4 seasons to find some people that weren't white blonde girls, but here we are.
You know, what connects us the most, though, is I am your one and only drag daughter.
Actually, that's not entirely true. You're my drag daughter, but there is a person that I put full up in drag. It's Taylor. I painted Taylor. Yeah.
You have very attractive friends, might I add.
Most of them.
So, Michelle.
Yeah. I mean, Michelle, yeah, we love Michelle.
Yeah, we do.
She's a good ally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm just really sad that we never got to perform together.
We truly never performed together, but that is a topic for another time. Go ahead and take us out with our exit line.
Absolutely. That's it for the State of Sunshine. Come back next week where we talk about global warming. Did the Sunshine family cause it? We'll find out. I feel confident. I feel I had a great start through it because I incorporated some Disney. Everything the light touches. And I know Ben's getting these references.
He does a great job of keeping it light, keeping it fun, playing to Ben, playing things they have in common, and kind of does a friendship podcast in a way that was my first thought, and I, in that moment, am grateful that I didn't do the exact same thing.
Me and my sister are literally falling asleep. And it is not a podcast I will listen to. But I'm not Ben, so Ben could decide that Paul's the winner. Because he makes crazy decisions like that all the time.
I'm really, really nervous because my topic is really, really raunchy.
Hello, and welcome back to our pod.
Hello, guys. Everybody, welcome back to our podcast, Savage X Ben Talk. And in this podcast, we talk about sexual wellness, health, and sex toys. And oh my gosh, Ben,
Yes.
This is a very special episode because Michelle, if you remember her from whatever season that I sent her home on, she actually decided to sponsor this episode by providing sex toys from her company, Pure Bromance. It is a new company that she started to be an ally for her gay friends.
So I think I need to get earplugs because what the hell is Jessica talking about? All I hear is sex, toy, sex. My sister and sex toy should not be in the same sentence. It's given not a motherly topic.
We're going to talk about 3 different sex toys that's on her line today. So I'm going to let you choose the order, though. So we have the rose, we have a new lubricant, and then we have a special surprise. Well, you have to choose between those 2. The special surprise will be the last one.
Ooh, okay. Let's do the rose.
Okay, guys, the rose. Oh, my gosh. The rose really makes me feel like the only girl in the world, man. I swear I love the rose. Rumor has it the idea was coined from Michelle. When I sent her home, I threw a couple roses on her fucking casket. So that is where the idea came from. The second thing that she wanted us to talk about today on her podcast was her new lubricant. I haven't tried that. I don't know if you have. Have you tried that new lubricant?
No, I don't know anything about it. Tell me.
Okay. I haven't tried it because rumor has it the
Ooh.
lubricant had some traces of her breast milk in it. Because you know, she is now a mother bitch. So
I've heard that once or twice.
What is your favorite sex toy?
Oh, so this is awkward because I know some family members are going to watch this.
Sorry, Mom.
My favorite sex toy is my imagination.
Ooh, fantasies.
Yes.
I like to role play. One time with my boyfriend, our role play is Raven Baxter. And I had him as Devon because my man is so fine.
So fine.
Yeah. I know next time I role play, I'll definitely use some finger guns in that, though.
Yeah.
I got very inspired by Paul. That was another bitch I sent home in a casket with some roses, for sure. Yeah.
So I like people, well, this is personal, but typically my partners have peni, and I love finger gunning where the dangling is on either side of the finger and you wobble it back and forth while you finger bang. So you're like finger gunning and the dick's going like whoop, whoop, whoop.
I'm going to try that with his balls too.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
See if I can finger gun the penis and the balls.
All right. Well, I think I've learned a lot. I'm excited to check out Michelle's products, hopefully without breast milk. You want to go ahead and give us our exit line?
Yes. And that was Jess and Ben's talk about sex toys, sexual health, and wellness. See you guys later on our next episode. Bye.
Toodles.
Oh my gosh, Jessica, whoa. I feel like this needed a maturity rating warning.
So my podcast is already raunchy, but it kind of took a turn. I'm not gonna lie, even though I was talking about the topic, I wasn't super comfortable about the topic. Me and Ben have a relationship, but we don't really talk about sex with each other, nor do I talk about sex in a room full of people, so that was fun. What tripped me was Ben's questions. I feel like my topic was already raunchy, but that I could probably bring it back down. But then Ben kept going, so I kept going. I was just like, let's just keep it going.
A thing that I've heard a lot in the debriefing room is people were identifying me as a front runner because of the fact that I do drag. And I think this challenge felt really important to me because it had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I do drag. And I know that my top priority is to prove that I'm not just a drag entertainer.
Hello, welcome back to our pod.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Kat.
How are you?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Hello, listeners, too, and welcome to another fabulous episode of The Arts Farts, a queer art and performance podcast.
Kat goes, and I'm clearly like, well, fuck. It's like she took my tiny little baby kernel of an idea and she like actually turned it into a real thing.
And so I'm so excited to bring my guest on this fabulous episode. My guest is Benjamin Bobby Winkler, the founder of the famous queer competition show, Benjamin Bobby's Best Friends Race. Hi, Ben. Welcome to the pod.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
So my first question for you, Benjamin Bobby, is what was your first like experience or exposure to like queer art, media, theater, and any sort of queer performance art?
what's popping in my head right now. My first memory of like a gay character in something that I saw was Greg Kinnear, who's not queer, but he was playing in As Good As It Gets.
Okay.
And I watched that movie because I had OCD. She's better now.
Oh, I love that.
And there was a gay character. I was like, oh, what's this? What's this?
Yeah. Let's talk about that because I think that is really interesting.
Have you seen that movie?
I have not, because we are from adjacent generations, which I think that.
Oh, you're calling me
old. No. What I was going to say is going back.
Not generations.
Anyway, this is my podcast, and that brings me to my next question. I have like a really quick rapid fire list for you of arts versus farts. Which stereotypical queer characters or representations do you think have been helpful to our community, aka arts, or hurtful to our community, aka farts? Okay, so here we go. RuPaul's Drag Race, art or fart?
Art overall.
Okay.
To get it.
With maybe like a silent gas going on. Like not a full fart, but like, girl, there's some stank.
There's definitely stank, but the thing overall created the whole like topic and narrative and allowed, in my opinion, a generation of people to be exposed to things.
I think the thing that has always stood out to me about you as a person is your ability to make people feel comfortable within themselves, and like we certainly saw that in the season that I competed in Benjamin Bobby's Best Friends Race, when you saw these competitors get really highly emotional, feeling seen and feeling enough in their queerness. And I think what is beautiful about you is you do that in so many artistic spaces outside of just bars trying to sell liquor as the bottom line. And I've always just appreciated that and how you make me feel and how you make other people feel. So thank you.
Thank you for that. All right, I think we're
no
about
wonder
at time,
it went down
right?
easy. I think, okay, yeah, we're at time. Well then, whether you're in arts or whether you're a...
Wow. I'm not a farts.
I didn't mean you were a fart.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I got nervous. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Whether you're in arts
or whether you're a fart, thank you for being a part of our community here at the Art Farts podcast. Love you, Ben. Thanks for being here.
Love you. Thanks for having me.
Smooches. Cheers, queers.
I hate Kat, but I love Kat so much. I actually really like her topic because I feel like podcasts are really good when you go learn something from them. I actually did not know about the topic that Kat presented on. So I actually was really in tune with the podcast and was actually listening to the discussion because I felt like I was learning something. I felt like I was getting some education during it.
The trick to this challenge is be the top that you want to see in the world. I decided that I am leading the dance. I'm going to ask Ben the questions, and he is going to dance with me in the way that I want.
She didn't phrase it as a podcast. She's phrasing it that she is hosting a show and Ben is the guest. So smart in terms of the setup because there's no kind of backstory that Ben has to feel like he has to catch up on. However, that was not the challenge. That was not the assignment. I'm the last. Ben is clearly exhausted, not just overall from the whole thing, but from doing back to back talking. I decide I'm gonna change the tone.
Hello, welcome to another episode of our pod.
Thank you for tuning in to St. Louis Public Radio. We're Ben and Ivy, and you're listening to Ivy Talks Art and Culture in St. Louis.
You sure are.
I realized that we had very similar ideas. We were once again very in sync, but this time it did not work out as well for Ivy since she had to go after me. And part of me felt thankful as a competitor that I had a fortuitous position after all.
Today's topic, we're talking about continuing creativity into adulthood.
Oh, I love that journey. Yes.
St. Louis Public Radio. And I'm just like, okay, this is really cute. But if there's one thing Ben isn't, it's not monotone.
So, Ben, as a very creative adult, I've noticed that there's a lot of gatekeeping in a definition of who's an artist, and it really falls a lot into do you make your profession with it? Are you making a living with it? What's your experience been with that?
It's okay to, not be a great painter. If painting makes you happy, then you're a painter. So I definitely think that people need to not have the pressure of we always have to be producing and being productive. So when I make a new friend, I like to find out what their hobbies and interests are. And as an adult making friends, sometimes I'm like, oh, you literally don't have a hobby. Like not a single thing. They're like, I like watching Housewives. I'm like, that's not a personality.
Ouch. It's true.
You like watching Housewives?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying, yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like, maybe we should give our new listeners, like, a little background into, like, our specific connections with the art world in St. Louis specifically.
So you're an adult artist. And what do you qualify as being an artist?
I have a jewelry business. I do custom work. I sell my pieces.
Beautiful pieces.
Right.
There's some upstairs.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. And so it's like I really fall into this like capitalist trap. I remember when I first met you and like you were working retail and doing drag and just realizing this person is a performer, this person is an artist. And like I had no doubt about that. And I didn't feel like caught up in what you did for a living because you didn't.
Were you making jewelry at that time?
I was.
Do you do like customs for like friends and family?
I really only do customs for people I really love and care about because
So
they're
that's
super stressful.
Well, that to me sounds like art because it's personal. It's special. Like you're making it for someone. And I mean, I'm not qualified to define what art is. But to me, if the meaning behind it is there, like it's the passion, it's the love that goes into it. God, it sounds like we're talking about baking. Awesome. Well, I think we are are we on time? Are we good for an exit line?
We are. I'm Ivy.
I'm Ben.
And this is Ivy, talks art and culture in St. Louis.
Bye, V.
I have no experience with podcasting or anything like this, but I'm trying to just connect with Ben, and it's working. I'm feeling like we're connecting and we're talking about art, and I'm feeling great about it.
I wouldn't personally listen to Ivy's podcast, and I don't think Ben will listen to her podcast either. So I think I still got a chance, even with my crazy podcast, to still be in the game.
Wow, those podcasts were a hoot. Before we get into deliberations and all that, I just want to say thank you all for letting me get into your heads a little bit in that. It was really fun to see you kind of take the lead and guide me, which was a kind of a flip of what we've been doing this whole weekend. So it was really fun to be in the passenger seat and see what you are all going to do. And I had a lot of fun bantering and playing with each of you. But we'll get into all that with deliberations. On the line of you all having some control, we're at the final 5. We're going to get to a final 4. And so in the vein of you all having a little power this episode of guiding me, I'm going to need your opinion on who you think needs to go home here. I know that's going to be really, really challenging because you are all so close and you've all had these really amazing moments. It does not need to be mean. I just want your honest opinion of who you don't see in the final 4 with you and why.
I'm panicked because this is a very confrontational demand in a game in which my objective has specifically to be non-confrontational.
Horrible. There's no way to do this nicely and not hurt people's feelings.
Here I am having to do my secret agent task. And in my mind, what Ben told me to do is going to automatically eliminate me. And so it was like, I'm going to fail regardless.
So we'll start with Jess and go down the line.
I can feel her hesitating. Michelle then interrupts and says,
Wait. I'm going to say who I believe needs to go home first.
You want to start it?
I'm going to start it.
Okay.
oh my gosh, look at this big sister standing up for her little sister who's being like put on the spot to go first.
In my mind, I was also thinking that nobody else was supposed to answer the question that I had to answer for my task. And so when Ben starts telling people we're going to go in line, I thought that, I'm supposed to cut off my sister. because I don't want to leave that decision to any of you guys.
Well, you're all going to answer the question.
Okay. I realized after it was too late that I don't think I understood my secret agent assignment at all. The person who I think needs to go home has been the person who's been the least honest in this competition. This person has stated over and over, like, been the miscongeniality, being everybody's friend, saying, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this competition or not. I don't know who's gonna win. Who's gonna win? I don't know. And that was a lie because this person clawed their way to the top. They took whoever they had to take out, and they was not the nicest in this competition. And that person was not me at all. And since that person started so much drama by being the best, I can't have that because there's only one mother allowed on this show.
Michelle has been going on and on about how she's a mother now, and there's only space for one mother, and she's the mother. And I'm standing there thinking, yes, I lied. Yes, I've been fake, but I never tried to be miscongeniality.
Only one best person allowed on this show, and that person, unfortunately, Ben is going to determine their fate. But that person's going to be Kat. You're going home.
And it makes no fucking sense, but I do not care because she is not calling me out, and I do not have to deal with this right now.
Okay.
I'm flabbergasted. I was already fucking speechless, but now, bitch, I'm just shocked. The camo is over my head. I'm invisible. I'm blending in. You can't see me.
When I got the secret agent task, I knew that I was gonna pick Ivy, and we're the only two mothers left in the competition. We already know me and Ivy's history of her doing the alliance with Paul, her lying about previously being a secret agent. So it went perfectly with like her being the wicked stepmother. But as I got to know Ivy, she's very emotional. And I did not want to crush her hopes and dreams. So I changed it from Ivy to Kat because I knew I wouldn't hurt Kat's feelings and I could say whatever I wanted to say to Kat.
All right. They don't all have to be that impassioned. Thank you for sharing.
Sorry, I'll go because my big sister likes to take my spotlight to make it short, sweet. Sorry, Paul.
Why?
I hate to say it, but I feel like you're...
You don't hate to say it.
No, you wanted to say it. She said it with gumption.
I feel like your podcast topic was a very safe topic for you, which is okay. But then you also made it boring. If you're gonna choose a safe topic, make it fun, and it wasn't fun.
This is really hard. I mean, there's only 5 of us. But I think, based on the podcast, Jessica, you had me laughing so hard. But I think your choice was not safe, but I think it was just a little bit too out here.
If you're boring, just say that. Who's next in the line, Ben?
So with that being said, Jessica, I think you should go home. I don't think you are at the level of friendship that it takes to
Yeah,
be
but
best friend.
the person who tried to build an alliance with all 12 of the contestants because he was too weak to make it on his own. And he also wanted me as an alliance. They all want me to go home because I bring the fucking heat.
Who's top 5? We're top 5 together.
Yeah, but you're number fucking 5, bitch.
Have you all been like this the whole time?
No, I think the podcast just woke us up.
Oh my God.
I made my decision. To be honest, maybe not just Kat. Maybe Paul and Ivy can travel with Kat.
Oh, so it's nepotism. Got it.
Huh. That's that.
Chad, I'd love to hear from you.
I don't know what, operation of the body snatchers happened after the podcast because we were all lovey-dovey making out. But I think it's tough, based on track record. The thing that has stood out to me about the lip syncs specifically is how much
charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent you have cast here this weekend. And I think that the charisma that I have seen from the women in this competition has been really stellar. And also, as a fan of Survivor, I know that women never make it to the end on their own. And so, no offense, Paul, but I'm gonna go for the girls on this one. And I think that it would be really cool for the BBBFR finale to be for very different but very creative, charismatic women. And for that reason, I'm gonna vote for Paul.
Okay, can I say one more thing?
Sure, I'm having a great time.
I would like to change my vote.
Okay.
And my vote is just Paul. Let's take away the men. I agree.
Because I'm competition.
Because you're not
Because
competition.
y'all are threatened by me.
I want to beat the best, and you're not the best.
But I'm here with you.
Only because Ben was really generous and was perfect. Okay.
All right, well, that was wild. Go upstairs, hash that out, and the judges and I are going to talk about the podcast and get back to a happy place where in queer love, we all love each other. Jesus. See you soon.
I was about to be like, this isn't RuPaul's best friends race. But the problem is it's Benjamin Bobby's best friends race. And I, in the goopery of the season, have created a literal chasm in the, what is it, the delusional room?
It should be.
So it's secret agents, so it's mission debriefing.
The debriefing room. God,
Paul, take it away. How do you feel?
How am I supposed to feel?
Maybe you should try to find your own competition, someone on your level. Obviously, we're on a different level and you're over there.
Okay.
You can go home with the other boys we sent home.
That's right.
We want the top 4 to be full of women, and we isolated ourselves from Paul. Looking back on it, I feel kind of bad. Not that bad. It is what it is. Yeah, it just happened to be Paul each and every time.
Fucking fire. Turned up the heat. It's all in a boil. Paul has been ostracized to the tiny couch, and it is very uncomfortable.
My thing is, it's nothing against Paul. It's such a tough competition, and I wouldn't have even singled you out, honestly, except for the fact that Ben asked us to pick. I think you've done a fucking stand-up job. I mean, look at like the way everyone voted for you in Survivor, and then you came back and slayed that fucking lip sync and proved your place here. So I don't think it's any question that you should be here. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just, if I had to pick, that's where I went.
It's just your time, that's all.
Oh.
No, I mean, yeah. But we don't want anyone overstaying their welcome. That's pretty much it.
Sure. We have bonded so much, everybody but Paul. Paul,
we bonded with Paul. Come on.
We just bonded with
Join
Paul.
us on the couch, Paul.
At
Come on,
least.
come over here. It's killing me because I didn't intend for any of this to happen. I felt so bad for Paul. All I wanted to do was bring people together, and I have pulled people literally as far as they could possibly go in the camera's angle. And I have a lot of regrets, and I tried to repair the situation, but it was just pretty abysmal. Oh, seriously, come on. You can come over here.
Come on, Paul.
Oh, I'm good.
I am feeling the pull of my original alliance and, you know, just the pull of people that I would like to be for real friends with outside of this, and I am not going to keep ostracizing Paul.
Take one for the team.
Yeah. I was thankful for Ivy in that moment because I think that Ivy actually does a really good job of de-escalating. All of us are really emotionally fatigued, but I didn't ever want that to excuse, like, bullying. So I don't know.
Jessica, what are you the most proud of in your run of the show?
I feel like I got to embody a lot of things that inspired me as a child and made me into a woman, if that makes sense. So like I played Reagan Baxter, I got to channel my inner Rihanna. I was a swimmer for 10 years. I don't talk about it all the time. So I got to do a swimsuit scene, you know, just things that like came into life in a different way, if that makes sense. So that's something that I am most proud of.
What are you most proud of, Paul?
Just the creativity. And I know for me, like, I really haven't been creative in a long time. The last time I was like really remotely creative was when I was dabbling in drag. That was pre-pandemic. For me, I'm just like bringing that creativity back. I enjoy it. I enjoy challenging myself, so I'm really proud of it all.
Next.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. We start to talk and I just get emotional. Out of nowhere, it just hits me like a fucking wall and I just start to tear up and I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I crying? I don't want anyone to see me and I get so emotional because I'm here and I'm being creative and I'm excelling and I'm doing things that I didn't think that I could do, and it makes me so emotional.
I have a question, open to anyone in the group. When's the last time you felt this creatively pushed?
It's super hard for me to like pull apart, think back pre-prepping for this. Like, I've been working on stuff like since January. I've been in like mommy brain and like mommy world that I haven't had a lot of like adult creativity.
Yeah.
I can't think outside of this.
Paul, it really looks like something is bothering you. What's up?
I'm good. Oh shit, no. Oh, fuck. I'm crying, you're crying.
It's your turn to cry.
I don't know, I just really don't feel like creative. I don't feel like I'm doing anything with my life. I just feel so stuck.
Yeah.
All I do is work. Just work.
But isn't that what's so beautiful? I feel that way all the time. And I think I feel so inspired by being here, being around so many people that do so many different things for work and showing what we all have the capabilities to do. And not even just the cast, like the crew too, and everything that Ben and Josh and Amber and Jake have put together to in order to get to this point, just absolutely blows the lid off of my imagination, as an artist. And the reason we've all made it this far is because it's like you said, we are artists, and maybe that is something that we can take away from this. It doesn't have to just be this weekend.
Paul, out of nowhere, starts to cry. And it's like, I don't want to see Paul crying either.
There's so many other factors that I didn't think that would play a part in this. And one of the things that I didn't even realize would be a slight trigger for me was my own personal journey when Kat chooses me to go home because I'm a guy. And Kat knows nothing about me personally, which is nothing against her. But in my own journey, I'm having my own trans journey, and I'm realizing things about myself, and I know that when people see me, they still see me as male presenting, and I don't know if I'll ever be at the level of complete comfort of my external body, and so that also triggers me along the way.
I love you. You heard me.
Oh shit. Yeah. Alright. I didn't think I was gonna say that, but so even afterwards, I still didn't go to Kat because I didn't want to put her in an awkward position to make her feel bad about what she had said. She had no ill intention on what she said, and I didn't want to make her feel that just by saying that put me off, because I know that can still affect other people as well.
Yeah, I just really feel I've also been in a dark place lately. Where, oh fuck, why am I crying?
But now you have sunshine though, isn't that special?
Wait, let me cheer you up.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I'm loving all the love on that couch, but I'll be honest, it looks warm.
I was just going for a hug. I wasn't going for a sit.
Okay, because I'm like, get away from me. It's too hot. It's too hot.
You ain't gonna be the only vulnerable bitch, okay? I said it a lot, and it's true. I'm a mother, and I keep saying that for the simple fact that when I was a teen growing up, I had a lot of insecurities. And then I shared those insecurities in my 20s. I said, I'm gonna change my life and I'm gonna feel positive by myself. And then I got pregnant, had a baby, gained a ton of weight. Well, even though I lost weight, I'm not where I wanted to be, you know? And so, like, coming to the show, I was like, I'm not gonna pack this, I'm not gonna pack that, because I don't wanna look a certain way on the camera. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna show my skin. I'm gonna show all the types of mother I could be, and I don't have to be in the box. And I've been like really struggling with that. So you're not the only one. Like, I think part of being an adult is we just get better at lying about our struggles. But we all struggle.
It's gonna be fun though. I'm already looking forward to the reunion. Like, I realize, like, Ben and Josh put in so much work before this, and they're gonna have to put in so much work after this.
Yeah.
But like, I think this is just such a beautiful tribute to them and their friends.
No, like, this space that, like, they've created is just... I mean, it's crazy. And I don't know how to say this without sounding, like, super cheesy, but just, like, to create such a, like, safe place for people to feel really creative and super vulnerable. Feeling at a point in life where, I mean, because it's that no matter what generation we are, we really needed this, like, safe, creative place to feel nurtured. And to feel creatively and seen.
I do want to just commend like Ben and Josh for that, because they took the time to choose all 12 of us that were here.
Yeah.
And it just shows, in my opinion, their commitment to their friends as well, because yes, they're stressed, we stressing them out, and it is a production, but however, the time that it took for them to put all this together and to also keep all of us in mind, it also shows that this show is, yes, it's a friend race, but we became a family on it as well. They chose us, right, out of all these fucking people. And I want to say thank you though, because we are some creative, I've met some creative people, and then that also inspired me, like, oh, you think I'm creative enough to sit next to these bitches on this couch? Like, you think I'm creative enough to be a part of this production? Like, so I really do appreciate that too.
Stop that. Stop that.
I hope you've had half as much fun as I have. This is a real treat. I just got to do podcasting, which is one of my favorite things ever. So in order to help me with that, we have the very first person I ever podcast with, Jake!
Hey, Ben.
We have done 250 episodes of the Brotherhood of Batman.
A little bit over 5 years we've been going. We've done a lot of different kinds of shows. Some previous guests have been on our show.
Alan.
Sarah J, Sarah W. We've talked to several of them.
So next to us was supposed to be our other brother, but all right. So I'm super excited to talk about what my friends did, and I really am gonna need your help with this one because there's a couple things I'm not too sure about. So let's go see how they did. It is time for the two of us to discuss how my—
Wait!
Kelsey!
I did it! I made it out!
Made it out of what?
I've been locked in the bathroom. Since when did I leave? Episode 2?
Episode 2?
Did you lock her in the bathroom?
Somebody locked me in the bathroom. I was only freed because someone's bobby pin flew underneath the door and I was able to pick the lock.
That was convenient.
It was
Do you want
very
some water?
I'm so thirsty.
Do you want a seat?
I want
Please, sit down. We're about to talk about some podcasts if you'd like to join us.
I've done podcasts.
You have?
I have. With none other than Sarah Jameson Cortez.
Did you have your phone in the bathroom? At least you could watch a movie while you were trapped in there?
No, because as a contestant, we were told not to have our phones on.
What a good contestant.
I know, I follow the rules when I want to.
And you still got eliminated. Here's my notes and that'll help you.
No, I heard everything. I did have a pen and some paper.
How convenient.
In the bathroom.
I'm shocked it wasn't toilet paper.
Yeah, Kelsey, maybe next time write a help me note and slide it down.
You know, that would have made a lot of sense.
But your devotion to the show is admirable, and I'm really happy that you're joining us.
Now that we have 3 judges, let's deliberate. Who did you each think was the strongest podcast and why?
You know, when it started, I was not really into Kat's interview style of podcast because the challenge was designed originally as a podcast that you guys were going to host together, but her having you on as a guest threw me. But then it spun into such a good conversation and you got so engaged. Like, I could genuinely tell you were enjoying being there, talking about the topic that she was presenting.
I agree. I like that Kat had open-ended questions.
I want to talk about Paul's. Paul's was a really nice shift from Michelle's. Michelle's was a little awkward and I wasn't really sure how the episode was going to go. And then when we got to Paul, it got more natural. I liked his topic. I had fun with him. I felt comfortable with him. And I feel like we could do a pod together, which was one of the things.
Paul was my least favorite.
Oh.
Michelle was my least favorite.
Like, would you go back on that? You said you would. So that threw me for a curve that you wanted to go back on that show. But I'm like, what the fuck are you going to talk about next?
What I liked about Paul's was that there was there was goofy fun, but it wasn't forced goofy fun. It wasn't jam-packed full of goofy and no substance, because that's not something people are going to listen to for multiple episodes.
Ivy, I was thrown with Ivy's because the tone was so different.
As a character.
And I was a character, but also like that type of character exists because that type of radio host exists in every NPR or regional public radio everywhere. But that's not you. It's not playing to you.
Right. Michelle, I felt she was a little directionless. Like, I didn't really know what we were doing.
There was just a lot of Paul slander between Michelle and Jessica.
There's been some stuff going on this television program.
And that brings me to Jessica.
Yes. I think she came super prepared. I was actually impressed with how much information she had, everything. But I was like waiting for her to stop so I could talk. So really, I felt like Paul was strong and Kat was strong, and the other 3 could all just be in the bottom.
I agree.
Who do you think was the secret agent this episode and why?
What a crazy thing that just happened. I'm pretty confident of who the secret agent is. And the only reason why I'm confident is it was me. I'm the secret agent again, 2 times.
All right, thank you. The order doesn't matter. All right, friends, that was a lot of fun potting with you. Now we're going to part with one of you. Kelsey.
Yes.
What did you feel about Jessica's podcast?
Jessica, I think you did really good research and you really prepared a good foundation to build a podcast off of. But the specific episode you chose to do was about things that are very tactile, like the other senses that you aren't able to do for a podcast.
Thank you.
You're perfect and I love you.
Jake, do you have any feedback for Michelle?
I think you have a great direction with a re-listen to bring on guests and everything. So I think you were setting yourself up for a pretty good show. Unfortunately, the whole thing lacked a little bit of, it was a little incoherent for me. I'm sorry.
Ivy, I got into it by the end. It really threw me at the beginning because the tone was so different than everyone else. And you had a really specific plan, and that's a very real way people do podcasts and people do radio shows. I don't listen to any of those, but I'm glad it went where it went, and I really liked your topic. You want to go ahead and talk about Kat?
Sure. I appreciated the open-ended questions, although I think that you went really broad, and in a podcast, you want to kind of really focus on the topic, so you're not overlapping with different episodes.
Totally. Paul, I like a podcast that is 2 people just having a conversation and I was like, I could do this. And you had a plan. I did get real confused. I thought we were actually talking about fun in the sun. I was like, ooh, it's sunscreen and swimming. But once I got that we were just talking about, you know, our drag family and whatever you wanted to do, I was like, I'm along for the ride because I'm enjoying the conversation. My top 2 this week are Paul and Kat.
I'm surprised, but I'm also relieved. I think Paul needed a pat on the back, and I'm glad that he got one.
Top 2. Woo! And the winner, you're gonna have to move the baton a lot. I'm gonna have to go visit you. Because it's Kat wins a play date with Ben based on the podcast of your topic. So I guess we're gonna have a queer ass play date.
Kat wins. Yay, yay.
Kat wins again and again and again and again. I get it. Ben loves Kat.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Kelsey and I have both been at this point, and any judgment we're giving you guys is nitpicking. You guys are the best of the best. You're doing awesome, but we have to look at the minutia and find something wrong everywhere. So you guys are all doing really great.
All right. So, Kat.
Yes.
As far as the secret agent goes, you were correct.
Hey! Hell yeah! I think it's Michelle. I think that her stunt in the lineup was maybe her task. Because it just seemed really left field. Or maybe we're just all tired. I don't know. But I think it's Michelle.
Ivy, as far as the secret agent goes, you were correct.
So my secret agent guess is going to be Michelle. I mean, she's been kind of like extra, but interrupting Jessica during our feedback, I think was a lot. So that's my guess.
One by one, Ben's like, you guessed correct, you guessed correct. So I just knew I was going home.
Jessica, as far as the secret agent goes, you were incorrect. You are still eligible for elimination. Paul, as far as the secret agent goes, you were correct. Congratulations.
The secret agent has to be Michelle. When we were all saying who was gonna go, it was supposed to be Jessica, she just interrupted. No rhyme, no reason.
Michelle, do you want to tell us what you were in this episode?
I was the secret agent.
I feel really stupid because it was obvious, but then I thought it was too obvious because Michelle does dramatic stuff like that all the time.
If everyone but one person guesses correctly, the dum-dum who couldn't figure it out, and the agent are going to be lip-syncing against each other. So as the secret agent, Michelle is up for elimination. So Michelle and Jessica will be lip-syncing now.
I really did not want to lip sync against my sister.
I didn't think I could be more shocked this season.
And they're sisters, and they have to go head to head, and it's horrible. Oh my god.
Oh shit. What's gonna happen now?
And the song they will be lip-syncing to is Get Out of My Way by Kylie Minogue.
Honestly, I thought I was gonna go home the first time I lip sync. So in my head, I didn't have to lip sync anymore, and now I do to this song against Michelle. But it was kind of fitting because she just needs to get out of my way.
I knew, again, I did not want to lip sync against my sister because this was her first time and she made it so far. And this was my third time on the show. So, like, I knew that, like, I felt like she should make it to the final. So in my head, I'm thinking I should just throw the challenge. At first, I'm not really doing a lot because, again, I don't want to dance against my sister. But I know that that's not fair to anybody that's been in this competition. So I'm going to give it my all.
Tonight and try something new. You're getting boring. You're all so boring.
Lip syncs are a full contact sport. They are going at it, pushing, elbowing.
We need a safety tutorial because this is not safe. And I don't think that those curtains are going to make it.
I literally cannot look because there is so much physical interaction between these two women. I'm worried for them, I'm worried for the curtains, I'm worried for cords.
Oh, careful. Got me nervous. Girls, that was scary, but this whole competition, you both have been really, really amazing. I don't want to cut anyone.
Can I get an answer?
Oh, girl.
I'm starting to get a sense on when Michelle is like, I'm the secret agent acting, and when she's just like, I really fucking feel this.
Yes.
My sister did fabulous. I want my sister to stay.
Michelle volunteers as tribute to save her little sister.
See, she deserves to stay.
Michelle!
I wish my big sister was here. She would fucking love this, and I know she would do the same for me.
So, as big sisters always do, she decides to steal the moment. She's just trying to be a big sister and, stop me from being sad and getting my heart broken.
I would like you guys to judge fairly. She's just being a big sister. If you send me home, I go home. If you send her home, see you later, bitch.
Michelle, if I don't take your request, is your heart still in the rest of the competition?
I'm always a competitor.
Okay, Jessica, I'm so glad to be your friend. You were fucking fantastic. Thank you for the dedication and the love and the open honesty. Like, I think we all fell in love with you today.
Thank you so much.
Michelle, your contract with the secret agency is extended.
I wouldn't want to lose to a better mother, bitch.
We're crying. We're sad because she's opened up to us while she's been here. I'm super sad to see her go.
As someone who worked with her in episode 1 on that dance challenge, to see how little she spoke up in episode 1 versus how much she commanded every space and countertop and stovetop by the end of her run is really impressive to me, and I am so happy for her and proud of her performance.
Wow, talk about like someone I did not see coming, and really get to hear her whole story of how she has heard about BBBFR for so long and what it means to her. I think was really kind of showed how fucking magical this ridiculous thing is.
To my sister, this was the best experience I had because you were right by my side. I did not want to see you go. I'm so proud of the growth that you've had. You broke out your shell. You was everything that you ever wanted to be, and you were vulnerable, and you showed your true self, and I'm so proud of you. I love you, Mama.
And that's the episode. See you next time.
I am actually not as disappointed as I thought I would be getting eliminated, because I feel like I came here to do exactly what I wanted to do. I gave each competition all that I had, whether I came out on the top or not. I had a really emotional but rewarding experience and moment. I feel like overall the competition pushed me creatively. It got me out of my shell. I met some really great people along the way. And although I got eliminated, it's not the last time you guys will be seeing me. If there's any future BBBFR projects, I hope to be a part of them. And yeah, see you guys soon.